Smooches! Hi, hello! What the heck am I saying right now? My name is Lauren and this is my YouTube channel, Live Laugh Lauren, and up here I do all things cozy and crafty as I show you my creative lifestyle. And today I was actually going to take y'all along and give you a couple tips on how to do a raglan sweater. So raglan sweater is basically, it's usually a top down type of sweater, and you have like you're making basically a rectangle where the short ends are your sleeves and then the long parts are your chest and back. And when you do that, you have to do increases to make those edges like that, like whoop. And anyhow, right now I'm working on a raglan sweater, which is the Bear Sweater by Kate Creative Designs. And I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to show y'all a couple tricks I have when doing raglans, as well as like a little mind trick I do to remember if I'm doing a make one right or left, which promise I will get into that later in this video. So why don't I go ahead and cut to the knitting cam so I can show y'all how to do these really easy tricks. And let me stop right there for a second. Doing a raglan sweater is so like easy. Or not easy, but like a beginner can do one. I think that this is the perfect entry into starting knitting. And even like there is the step-by-step sweater by Florence Mueller, I believe it's called, and that is a raglan sweater. So yes, you too can knit a sweater. And if this is your first time knitting, I double dog dare you to actually go pull up the step-by-step sweater by Florence Mueller and just give it a whirl and use some of these tips that I mentioned today to help do the raglan part a whole lot easier. So again, let me cut to the knitting cam so we can get into these real easy tips. Hello, I'm currently relocating to the living room because it is cozier here. Okay, so this right here is the sweater I'm working on. And also, can we take a minute to just admire how pretty this beautiful like yarn is? I am currently obsessed with it. Anyhow, as you can see, it kind of makes a rectangle. So you can see my increased stitches right here. Or not my increases, but the increases are actually like on the side, and then these are like kind of our stationary stitches. So between each of the raglans, between each of the, I think it's called a raglan stitch. So between the increases, we have like 3 stationary stitches. And pattern to pattern, this can vary. Sometimes I've done 2 in the past, I've done 1 in the past. For August's sweater, I think I just did 1 raglan stitch between the increases. And as you can see here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So most raglans will do this, and you'll increase 8 times. And you don't usually increase every round. It's usually every other round. I've seen every 2 rounds. So I'll work my way around, do my increases, and then maybe I'll stop doing increases for the next one, and I'll just knit all the stitches, and then I'll add more stitches on each other round. And anyhow, what I was getting to with that is this is all very pattern dependent. Sometimes you'll only increase on the sleeves, and then it'll make more of like a cup shape. It all depends on the shaping. So why don't I actually get into how to do the increase? So I'm actually at one of my points right now. So let me zoom in a little bit. So as you can see here, I have a few stitch markers. So one key is whenever you're doing a raglan sweater, always have stitch markers. It makes your life so much easier. So I am using these stitch markers for like all of the areas like between my raglan stitches. So this pattern has 3 raglan stitches. So look, we got 1, 2, 3, and then we have both of our stitch markers between. And actually at the start of the round, let me get there, yeah. I just have this little round guide because it's a little different, so I can actually differentiate it. However, you can use whatever will help you remember wherever the start of your round is. And this is important just to keep track of how many rows you've done. So why don't we go back to where we were? So as I mentioned, we have 3 stationary stitches, and then we want to add 1 stitch here and here whenever we get to it. So first, we will need to, oh, this is hard to record, but anyhow, let me just go ahead and get to the stitch marker. Okay, so now we are at the stitch marker. Now, when we're increasing over here, we want to add a stitch before the stitch marker, and we are going to do a make one right. So the way I remember what a make one right is I remember back to front, and front has 5 letters just like the word right. So I will go from the back to the front and pick up this little stitch, or this leg of the stitch. Then I'm going to transfer it back to front onto this stitch. Now I'm going to knit through the front part of this. Right here, knit. There we go. And we just added a stitch. Wow. And now we are going to slip our marker over to the next stitch. We are going to do our 3 raglan stitches. 1 through 3. Oh yeah. Now boys, we got this good. So now we're going to slip it because we want to keep our raglan stitches together. So now we are going to increase the stitch right here. And this is a make one left. So I remember this as front to back. And back has 4 letters just like left. So I will go front to back and then front to back. Then, since we ended with the back part, we're going to knit through this back loop right about here. So knit. There we go. And now we are just going to knit to our next set of raglans. Oh my goodness. See, how easy was that? So I just made it to my next set of increases, but I actually wanted to show y'all a little hand trick I remember, as I mentioned in my little intro part of the video. So I got me a beautiful shabby. So a lot of times in patterns, you'll see some like symbols. And for the first symbol, you'll usually see something like that, right? And then for this hand, I'm going to try this. Okay, so this looks like a really weird, like half written K, right? So this helps me so much with raglans because see how this kind of matches up with how our increases are going? So this is like the raglan stitch and this is the increase. So if we ever get to a point where we have our, let me actually go up more because we got to get to the raglan part, right? Okay. Oh, Jake had to. Okay. So see how like our stationary stitches are right there? So when I see that, I'm like, okay, which symbol does this match? This one. So then I need to make one right. So then I'll do back to front. Then I'm going to go ahead and go into the front stitch, knit it. If I can, goodness gracious, this is difficult. Oh goodness, I'm not going through the whole loop. Okay. No pressure, Lauren, you got this. It's kind of hard to do it over the video camera. Okay, so now we increased. Let me do my 3 little raglan stitches that don't really, they're just kind of there looking all cool. Let me switch my marker. Now I'm over here. Which symbol does it look like? Oh, it looks like this because those are my stationary stitches and I need to increase that way. So then I need to make one left. So then I'm going to go front to back. And I'm going to do that. And it's as easy as that, right? So having this little like mnemonic in my head helps me so much remember like if I'm doing a make one left or make one right. And I've honestly considered, like, I've seen some people, they tattoo it on themselves. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it is just like a really easy way to remember. And if you ever see me doing a raglan, just know that this is what I'm thinking about the whole time. These little symbols right here on my hands. It just makes it a whole lot easier to remember what I'm trying to do. So with that, thank y'all so much for tuning in as I showed you a little few tricks with doing a raglan. Like, look at how cool that is. It looks so pretty, right? And I'm telling you, you too can do this. And I know that this is a typical video of mine, but I just wanted to have more of a tutorial type video, which was a little bit shorter to film. And so I'm preparing for the Carolina Fiber Fest this weekend. It is so close and I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. So with that, please go check out some of my other videos. And again, make sure to always stay inspired and do things that get you out of your mind and apply some creativity. Thanks y'all. XOXO Lauren.